Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Tonight I'm in my shack, Tuesday night, which is my local radio society club night, net, which is the Otley Amateur Radio Society I'm a member of. And we're going to be on Zello at 7 o'clock on the Otley Network Radio channel. At 7:30 we'll be on 2 meters as well as GB3 WF on the repeater. Lots of members. It's not just members who will be on there as well. Anybody's welcome. We like to see other stations on there, so anybody's welcome. So yeah, from Tuesdays, if you want to join in, more than happy for you to do that. This video really just gives us members and other stations, if you're on the video, the chance to hear what you sound like on the radio, and hopefully I'll pick you up. I'll be using my handheld and also my scanner. Hopefully guys will enjoy the video.
GB3WF, anybody's monitoring and like to put their call through, I can put you onto the list. Obviously we've got the Otley Network Radio running on Zello, and we also have Kev, who's running the 2 meter net on 145575 in the background. Anyway, G6MHR, I should just go to monitoring. Anybody wants to give a call through, you're more than welcome to.
6MHR from M0LUI.
M0LUI, G6MHR, good evening. Just write you down in there. So it gets quite busy at this time because we sort of run 3. We have a Zello net running and a 2 meter net running on 575 as well. So anyway, the name here is John. Good evening to you. I'll pass the mic back to you. G6MHR M0LUI.
LUI returning. Good evening, John. Yep, you do know me. It's Andrew here, a former member of the club, so you probably remember me back then. Yeah, I just heard you shouting on the repeater there, and I did hear that you did a net during Tuesday evening. I think I got it from Jack from the club. He was talking about it the other day. So I thought I'd give it a quick listen and see what's going on. Anyway, how are you, and how's the things with the club? Back to you.
Yeah, absolutely fine. I'm just going to turn. Oh, it's alright, it's settled down. My 2 meter was making a bit of a noise there, but I think it's just somebody in the distance breaking the squelch. Yeah, you've got a nice Roger Bleak coming through. I haven't heard one of those for a while. I mean, WF used to, when it was just on FM, the old WF box, that was quite a nice little repeater with that. Of course, you had your little bleep as you switched over. Unfortunately now, with it being a fusion radio, you just get your squelch break to let you know that you're in. And obviously, if somebody's woken the repeater up, it stays awake for a while. And sometimes you don't know that you're actually talking through it because you've no way of knowing apart from a slight squelch break through there until after a couple of minutes or so it will eventually go back to sleep, and you can then hear them all and then press the button to wake it up again. But yeah, obviously with the club being closed, this is why we try and run the Tuesday net, just to try and give people different ways and different methods for calling in. We've been doing all sorts of other bits and pieces in the background, 2 meter SSB as well. Top band, Rob's been doing a bit of top band work. That's been quite popular. I know that because on my WhatsApp, if I don't watch what I'm doing and I check my phone, there's usually 99 messages on there. It's absolutely crammed with people talking on the WhatsApp, on the club WhatsApp group. So saying that, I think we're all still there, doing what we do. So I'll just check. I'll pass it back to you again, Andrew. If you just give it a break, if anybody else wants to call in. But I'll certainly be interested to see what you've been up to. G6MHR to M0LUI, I think it was, Andrew.
The old handheld both ends, but it's connected to the white stick, which really gets it out for 2 or 3 watts it produces. So it's pretty clear because it's doing quite a distance back here.
Michael, Rod and Paul have joined us. So 2E0SNZ to take it, and then if you want to pass it over to Rod, Michael, go ahead.
Roger that, 2E0SNZ. Simon, the antenna, I've popped it on the WhatsApp group, but if you do a search for VK3YE, Victor Kilo 3 Yankee Echo, and it's called a shoddy tenor, SHODDYTENNA, 460 metres, and it's got all the information there, and a write-up and all the measurements and diagrams, and also some videos of it in use. Yeah, it was interesting last night, Rod. I got the Klansman out, and you can do 160 metre on that using the 5.4 metre pole, and then on top of that you put the 2.4 metre whip. So it was starting to get a bit precarious, let's say, in the garden last night, because it's only a very small garden. I think if that had fallen over, it would have gone through two neighbours' gardens. You know, it's that small. I couldn't hear you, but I could hear quite a lot of other stations on 160 metres, so, you know, I think we're getting there. Be nice to keep going with it anyway. Yeah, I'll pass it on to Rod anyway for any comments. 2E0SNZ, handing over to G8AQH.
But I'm working on my Morse code big time now, every morning. Got a nice little program which puts you through it. Not quite as good as Kev, but it's putting us through it and gradually getting back up to a reasonable speed. Maybe if we're stuck in this internment for another 2 or 3 or more weeks, I'll get up to 25 words a minute, which would have made my dad very proud, and I might even be brave enough to go on the air. Okay, I've witted for enough. I'm going to hand back to G0KV. This is M0SHO, returning to G0KV.
G0KV, back to the group. You okay, Simon? Well, on the CW, that link that you sent, reference CW, I thought was very good. Very good indeed. I did take a listen myself, and I must admit, 25 words a minute seems like lightning to me now. And when I actually took my test, all them many years ago, when I took my test, I was just under 25 words a minute on my test, because I couldn't slow down. I'd psyched myself up so much for it. If I tried slowing down, I used to cock it up. But 25 words a minute now, at this moment in time, it's frightening, that's for sure. But yeah, as soon as I can get hold of that oscillator that's at the club, you know, the practice oscillator, we'll see about sorting something out here on 2 metres, Simon. Right to you, Michael, and if anybody wants to disappear onto WF, I certainly understand. 2E0SNZ, G0KV, go ahead.
2E0SNZ returning. Yeah, whilst people have been chatting, I've been looking at that 160 metre antenna. I think for the space I've got, I'll just stick with the Klansman setup. I had to take it down last night, but I'll set it up again tomorrow, I think, during the day, and just see what's happening. I was receiving some people really clearly on it, and as you can only use 32 watts, I think it is, and the Klansman maximum output is 30 watts. It's an ideal rig to use on it, and you know, it's all set up already, so I'm going to give that another go tomorrow. I'm going to drop off.
The Blackpool rally has gone. Just give me 1 moment. I'm just going to knock my squelch up. That's it. I can't hear anything with that going. I dropped the squelch down on my 2 metre rig just to monitor the guys on the 2 metre to see somebody was just breaking the squelch, but I'm not picking them up, so not to worry. But yeah, apart from that, it's you know, we've been blessed with good weather. You know, the last few days with the high pressure as well, so been a bit of activity on the HS side. We've been experimenting again on 40 metres with Michael. I've done some 80 metre work. I bought a fixed aerial mobile 80 metre wedge, which George at the club helped me tune in, got all that up and running, ready to do some 80 metre mobile work, but of course the car's sort of stuck on the drive. So fingers crossed once we're allowed to go out and play a bit more, then I could probably make use of that. We took some tuning in as well with that area. I think we cut off about 6 inches off the wick just to get it to fall into the part of the band where foam would work. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, it's great to hear down the valley, down there. You normally would have picked up Matthew or Matty. He would have normally been on as well. But of course he's sort of stuck in the house as well. He's over Silverton way. He's both stuck there at the moment. So yeah, a bit frustrating being stuck in. Anyway, I'll pass it back to you, Christy. And if you just give a breather again, just in case everybody else wants to join in. G6MHR, let me see if I can get your call time now. N0NPM.
Double RG, good evening folks. Over to you, John.
Right, I got 2 came in that time, so just give a pause and say again.
Harvey and Otley.
I've got a lot of noise coming in on your signal at the moment.
Great, it's alright this end.
Clear then, unless somebody was doubling with you. So just hang on, Harvey. Let's see if there's another call coming through. My apologies.
7XOZ.
XOZ, so that's what was causing it. Right, if you don't mind. Right, Harvey, you're number 3, so let's hear from you what you've been up to. Back to you.
Not all that much, tell you the truth. Just a couple of contacts over to Slovenia today on HS. That was on 40 metres, and let me see, what's the other one? Yeah, I've been sort of the Eastern Bloc, they're going quite strong. So a bit of messing about on HS, but nothing much otherwise. I've just looked, trying to put the log back. I've got the actual membership list in front of me from about 30 years ago. Absolutely amazing. But I'll tell you what we were doing. This time, February, March, April, we had Derek Pearson, G3ZOM, the proprietor of Gandek, who were the QRP designers and sellers of bits in those days. And then we had our AGM on the 10th of April. And then John Burkett from Lincoln came, with all his attributes and bits and bobs. But we've had some pretty interesting stuff. George Dobbs, QRP man. We've had other people, well known. The editor of Practical Wireless, and God knows what. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy these and put them on file. And to anyone who wishes to see them and read through them, they're welcome. The reason, this was when I was social secretary, and the reason why I was able to organise all this was that at that time I was in transmission for on videotape, running the commercials, if you like, out of Yorkshire Television. And in between the commercial breaks, this is what I did. I did the office work for the Radio Society. So I think it's that's a little footnote there. Nothing much on the construction side. Playing about with a crystal checker and frequency readout, which I've coupled into my standard proper instrument for reading frequencies and that. So just been messing about. I've got quite a stock of crystals and looking through them all. So that's about it. G1RRD, I'm going to pass it to M7XOZ. Sorry, I don't know your handle.
G1RRG from M7XOZ. Good evening, Harvey. It's Richard. QTH is Bradford and the group. a few QSOs with M0XLT, Kevin, and he mentioned the history of the club and the possibility of perhaps digitising it in the future. Over here, not much has happened. I'm slowly going up the wall. I think we all are. Just been messing around on OARS, as some of you know. It's interesting. Trying out a new radio, much better received and much better overall audio than the FT70, and I'm really enjoying it. Apart from the fact that I can't go out, I can't even really go out the front door.
Right guys, that's it. We got the 2 meter on my scanner, and on my handheld we got the GB3WF from the club members, and a few ex-club members there as well, and other stations. We started this net on all channels like Zello, 2 meters, Fusion, and the repeater, since we've been on lockdown, and hopefully even after, hopefully it'll carry on to be successful, and other stations as well joining in. So hopefully you heard what you sound like and enjoyed the video, and stay safe guys, and remember to stay indoors. Cheers, see you next time.